Not often does a football game between two teams come down to a contest between two players. But here at Gloucester, today, it is expected to be the tale of two tailbacks. The tailbacks in question both wear number 32. On the Gloucester side of the line is Rick Brockelaire. On the Clipper side, Robert Marshall. In the first meeting between these two teams this year, back on the second weekend of the season, Brockelaire ran for 308 yards as the Lions beat Clayton 33-8. Marshall, although held to under 100 yards for the only time this year in that ball game, has now reached 4,352 career rushing yards and will look forward to increasing that total today. And now, from Gloucester High School, an opening round game in the South Jersey Group 1 playoffs, the Clippers of Clayton High School visit the Lions of Gloucester High School. And now from Gloucester High School, it's the Heritage's pregame report. Today's game, the Lions of Gloucester entertain the Clippers of Clayton High School. Hi again, everybody. Mike Lindner along with Bob Shryock. We're here on a pretty decent day, but one that's going to really be affected by a very, very strong wind blowing for the first playoff appearance ever for the Clippers of Clayton, and a team from Gloucester that's playoff tested, including last year. But some people say awfully tough, Bob, to beat a team twice in one season. And Gloucester not only beat Clayton in the first time they met, but destroyed them.
Beat them handily 33-8, Mike. But at that point in the season, Gloucester was really on a roll. They were playing very, very well week in and week out. I think we have contrasting ends to the conclusion of the season for both teams in that Gloucester has struggled in recent weeks. They were beaten by Delsea in their regular season finale. Before that, they struggled against Salem and Glassboro, but Clayton is hot. They're one of the hottest teams in South Jersey. Slow start by the Clippers, losing their first three, but they've won 6 in a row, Mike. Not only have won 6 in a row, but the last 4, they have outscored their opponents by a combined 144-35. So I think Clayton is really at the top of its game now, and Gloucester is struggling just a little bit. I see a different kind of game.
And of course, you have somewhat contrasting styles here today. When people talk about Clayton, if they haven't seen him play, they think about Robert Marshall, the all-purpose back, outstanding runner, one of the best ever in South Jersey history, the leading ground gator in South Jersey history. But this is a team that also can throw the football, Bob, with Keith DeFrance and an outstanding end in Joe Hess. On the other side, Gloucester under Leon Harris is a team that wants to punch it out, punch it out, punch it out.
That's what they did the first time with Brockelaire, Mike. He gained over 300 yards, and their possession time was dominant. It's exactly what Leon Harris wants to do away. Today he wants to keep it away from Rob Marshall and the Clayton offense. I look for them to try to do the same thing. However, I talked to Leon Harris in the pregame today. He said, don't be surprised if we go deep a number of times today, because while Clayton has a balanced offense, I think Gloucester does too, probably more than some people think. Tim Monk, a junior quarterback, having a fine season since replacing Michael Hunter at that position.
All right, we expect a real good ball game today. We really do not expect a repeat of the opening game in which it was Gloucester all the way. We'll be back on the Heritage's pregame report with the opening game lineups right after these words.
We've secretly replaced Don Hamilton's usual morning coffee with hot, fresh, delicious coffee from Heritage's. While other stores move to cheaper coffee, Heritage's still delivers the best. If you're not enjoying coffee like you used to, you're drinking the wrong coffee.
Right now at Heritage's, turn in your travel mugs from other stores and get a Heritage's mug filled with delicious Heritage's coffee, free. If you don't enjoy coffee like you used to, you're drinking the wrong coffee.
And now let's go to public address announcer Joe Gorman for today's starting lineups. Joe?
Today's starting lineups for the Clayton Clippers. Senior, number 48, Bisai Ayanwu. At wide receiver, a senior, number 8, Nick Brokenball. Wide receiver, a senior, number 28, Keenan Colburn. At left guard, number 54, senior, Ralph Palazzo. At right guard, a senior, number 56, Seth Dahl. At quarterback, number 13, senior, Keith DeFrance. At center, number 55, the sophomore, Ralph Dodd. At end, number 89, senior, Joe Hess. At left tackle, a senior, number 77, Sean Newland. At right tackle, number 53, senior, Larry Wyman. And at running back, number 32, senior, Robert Marshall. And now the rest of the Clayton Clipper team. Number 4, junior Tim Monk. At wide receiver, senior number 10, Dennis Wilson. Right tackle, number 75, senior Frank Weichman. Left guard, senior number 65, Mike Reeves. Left tackle, sophomore, number 56, Will Jones. Right guard, senior, number 53, Steve Cooney. At center, number 50, senior, Jim Bennett. Fullback, number 44, junior, Greg Bevan. Tight end, senior, number 35, Kevin Kinane. Wide receiver, number 33, senior, Brian Savage. And a tailback, senior, number 32, Rick Broccolier. Please welcome the rest of the Gloucester City Lions football team.
And we'll be right back with today's game action. Second half football in this opening round. South Jersey Group 1. Gloucester and Clayton. The Clippers on top by 7. It's 14-7. Here's the halftime stats. The Clippers ahead 6-4 in first downs, 144 rushing yards to Gloucester, only 38. Passing yards just about even, 13 and 12. Total yardage, Clayton 157. Get this, total offense for Gloucester, 50 yards. Turnovers, the Clippers have turned it over once on that interception. Time of possession, 13:04 to 10:56.
Oh, Mike, interesting. Rob Marshall is back in to kick off to start the second half.
Well, that will be something that if this game ends close, might be talked about. We emphasized it. It was clear that he was the man they wanted.
I was down talking to some people in the crowd, Mike. Well, we're going to watch the replay of the extra point. This is an amazing play.
From the single wing, Bob, look at Marshall having trouble with the football. Concentration, almost falls, and then the defender worried about getting rid of DeFrance instead of worrying for the play, and Marshall gets in on his own.
Marshall kicking off to start the second half. Broccolier at the 20-yard line, and Broccolier with a good return. That is Charles Broccolier, the twin brother of Rick. You can hear the Gloucester fans in front of us trying to get their team back in the football game. Gloucester led 7-0, but then 14 consecutive Clayton points. We stand at 14-7. Mike, I was talking to some people down.
We'll get this touchdown. This is the second touchdown to go ahead. Again, it's Marshall. Watch the power right on in. No problem into the goal line. You'll tell us about that after this play, Bob.
Okay. Ball at the 37-yard line. Out of the I formation. They hand off to Bevan. Bevan had a good first half, and he's dragging tackles with him. We might see more of Bevan in the offense here, Mike, in the second half. He has the Gloucester touchdown, and Broccolier, Mike, held to 27 yards in the first half. Remember, he had 308 the first time these teams played.
And that was on 13 carries. Bevan only got called 3 times in the first half and ran the ball for 11 yards.
And, of course, Marshall, 144 rushing yards in the first half. Second down and 4, the ball at the 46-yard line. Broccolier picking his way, and Broccolier breaks a tackle and finally hammered down on a good tackle by Scott Castrava, but Broccolier with a first down carry to midfield. It'll be 1st and 10, so the Gloucester offense looking a little crisper here to start the second half. The people down in the field, Mike, talking about Marshall's tremendous running, particularly on the extra point when guys down in the corner there saw that play and said that he carried 3 guys into the end zone. We just saw that on the replay, but that was an amazing 2-point conversion run. 1st and 10 at midfield. Bevan again getting more work. Nice run, 5-yard pickup to the 45, and it's obvious that Bevan is now going to become a more significant part of the Gloucester offense in terms of running the ball. He normally does a lot of the blocking for Broccolier. 2nd down and 5. The Lions trailing by 7.
Well, I thought the first half, the 3 times that we did see him, that was the hole. That was the opening, and in order to maybe get the linebackers worried about that, they're going to have to run up the middle, and then, after a couple of those, then go with Broccolier off tackle. See if they do that this time. Yep.
Broccolier trying to get to the outside. Good job defensively. Holborn turned to play back in. The tackle made by 83, Brian McCray, and also Ralph Colazzo, 54. It'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Lions. The ball at the 43-yard line with 9:34 to play in the 3rd period, and Gloucester trying to bounce back and get even in this football game.
Well, Clayton wants to blunt them on this drive if they can, to take out whatever enthusiasm they got at halftime from their coaches, particularly Harris. So they'd like to turn them away here. Gloucester's going to try and get it to the outside.
Broccolier to the outside, trying to get to the corner. Turn back inside. Outstanding job by Ralph Colazzo.
Now what will Harris do? He's beyond the 40 or just at the 40. Will he punt the football? He's got the wind. He could pin him way down, or will he say, hey, we're going to go for it? Let's take a look here. You can see the difference in team speed on this play. It looks as if the man should be able to get to the outside, Broccolier, with any trouble. But watch how far they have to come, and yet they close. That was a linebacker, number 54, Colazzo, who was able to run down Broccolier.
4th down and 3. A huge call here for the Lions. They're going to go for it. If they don't make it, Clayton's going to have outstanding field position. Big play. Broccolier does not get it. He does not get it. And Clayton will take over the football. And Mike, you talked about it before. That Clayton defense, inspired by the kickoff hit on Marshall, was a different defense right now.
Yeah, remember down in the end zone in the goal line, right before Gloucester's touchdown, what we say? The Gloucester line was firing off. Clayton's line was taking a step backwards. That ceased following the kickoff hit on Marshall that just inspired that team to better defensive play. 1st
and 10 at the 42-yard line as the Clayton defense does the job and has the offense in outstanding field position. Clayton leads by 7. Marshall, they fake it to, the handoff is to Anua, and Anua gets about a couple of yards to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 2, second down and 8.
Well, I guess they can't run Marshall every play that time, faking the pitch to him that they've been running successfully, and then come back with the counter trap to the inside. Anua gets the couple of yards, but you know who it's going to be sooner or later, and generally sooner, not later, it's going to be Marshall.
Second and 8 at the 43-yard line. The France to throw. Going deep. Hess is open. Hess with the catch. 15-10. Touchdown.
Again, Bob, 59 yards.
59 yards from DeFrance to Hess, who easily beat the defender, makes the big catch, and Clayton leads 20-7. We talked about the balance. It's not just the Rob Marshall show. Had Clayton DeFrance quietly having a tremendous season. And Hess, of course, the big play receiver.
That'll take some wins out of the sail. Whatever they were told at halftime, it pumped them up. Watch DeFrance. Watch him when he pumps, Bob, on the fake right there. Now that brought the defender and gave Hess. See, the defender almost fell down, Hunter, and Hess was able to get behind him as a result of that great pump fake by the quarterback. Hess is running in. Are you ready for his 8th touchdown of the year?
Clippers go for 2 again. Marshall trying to get to the corner. Marshall stays on his feet and gets in. Great balance by Marshall, who now has 10 two-point conversion runs this season, 2 in this game. And now Clayton's lead, Mike, is 22-15.
They're 7.
22-7. And a 15-point differential.
Watch this pump fake. It is an outstanding one, and it freezes Hunter, who nearly goes to the ground when he tries to recover. You'll see that right when they come into the picture. See, he was trying to recover there. Hess with a great concentration, but he's done that all year long. Nothing they could do about it once he has you beat. And Hess says, I'm going all the way. I'll get another TD.
All the pressure on Gloucester's shoulders now. 22-7, Clayton leading. Some big plays. DeFrance to Hess with the 3rd Clipper touchdown. Gloucester came from way back to beat Salem, Mike. They're going to have to do it again today against Clayton. Not an easy task against this high-powered offense. So
well,
Clayton in the driver's seat right now.
From what you told me about that ball game, nobody wants to leave here today because that 4th quarter was something special.
I don't think you're going to see Gloucester packing it in, Mike. They're a good football team.
Yep.
Marshall kicking off. 7:18 to play in the 3rd period. Great pass from DeFrance to Hess.
Fans on the far side from Clayton really gone crazy.
Good kickoff. It'll be taken on the bounce by Broccolaire. Better pick it up. Or that's Savage, excuse me. And Savage goes down. Good coverage downfield. Nice play on the special teams by number 40 for Clayton, Mark Bell.
Mark Bell is a player of the future, let me tell you. These people over there on the Clayton side know all about him. He is a tough guy who's going to step in for this senior Layton team. I'll tell you what, you enjoy talk about sports. This is the show you want to watch. Sports Week with John Mondelli. Panel discussions, interesting topics. That is a mild adjective, interesting. Always an exciting show. Wednesday, 7 and 10:30.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Gloucester down by 15. They need to get their offense back in gear. Monk going deep to Wilson. Wilson with a great catch. Great catch by a big play receiver all year long for the Lions. Dennis Wilson. Good throw by Monk. And Gloucester in Clayton territory. That quickly to the 44-yard line with a 1st down and 10.
Just a little circle pattern down the sideline right here. And Kostrava at the bottom of your screen, number 82, makes the mistake of letting the receiver get behind him. Watch him. He'll have to turn his back. Shouldn't have done that. You got to shuffle down there. And now he doesn't know where the receiver is. And there he is. He gets it. Excellent pass.
Call it the 44-yard line of Clayton. 1st down and 10 for the Lions. Monk to throw again. It is tipped. It is tipped. Canane was the intended receiver.
And I think that one was hit.
Larry Wyman?
Yeah, no, it was, it must have been. Number 53, Larry Wyman, playing at the defensive tackle slot. Bell now playing defensive end, number 40. Didn't see any action in the 1st half. Watch this guy if you get a chance, Bob. One of the toughest small guys around in terms of not much size. 5'9", 160 pounds, but he can play football.
2nd down and 10 at the 44-yard line.
He's over on the right defensive end now. They may go in that direction.
Broccolaire in motion. Monk to throw again. 3 straight downs. They're going to fire the football. Broccolaire catches it at the 45, looking for some running room. and manages to skip his way to about the 31 or 41.
Ralph Colazo that time, Bob, slipped and fell, but used his full body, got his legs up in the air to take Brock Allaire down. And had he not done that, Brock Allaire may have gotten another 5 yards or so. Another big third down. Gloucester say, we got to get one quick, huh? They're coming out throwing the football. They've got the wind this quarter. It would be very, very tough if they were to turn around with the wind in their face and have to score 2 or 3 times in the fourth quarter. So they know that. They want to throw the football.
Third down and 6. Brock Allaire in motion again. And Monk again. 4 straight downs. He'll throw the football. Goes deep. Looking for Hunter. It was catchable off of his fingertips. Double coverage by DeFrance and broken ball. But a fine throw by Monk. And Michael Hunter was there. Just couldn't hang on.
Well, Hunter, the deposed almost quarterback, of course, made that unfortunate problem, came up with it of getting injured. Watch this. I'll tell you what, DeFrance makes the play at the end of it. DeFrance comes up, gets his hands in the face of Hunter because Hunter had him beat, and Monk delivered the football. 13, he'll get it up there and just wave, and it'll get Hunter's attention and knock the ball away.
Again, Gloucester will be forced to gamble on 4th down and about 7. And again, if they don't make it, Clayton will have superb field position again. Monk getting a big rush, and he'll go down. A sack by Brian McCray, and Clayton will take over the football in superb field position at the Gloucester 49-yard line.
Brian McCray, all 146 pounds of him, coming in, can't get handled by a defensive lineman on the first bump, can't get handled by the line. Well, there's nobody there. Look, nobody peels back, and McCray says, I got you. You're down. Don't throw the football. It's our ball.
Mike, they could put Gloucester in serious difficulty now with another touchdown. Already at 22-7, 5 minutes to play third period. The Clayton defense really the story right now. Marshall swinging right. Breaks one tackle, still on his feet, driving ahead. He's not this fast, he's not this quick, but he breaks tackles, and the fans love it. But give his blockers some credit, too. They're doing the job. Marshall with the advance to the 41-yard line, pickup of 8, 2nd down and 2.
They are a fired-up ball club, and they know that with this score 22-7, another touchdown has to stare Gloucester in the face and say, you got a long way to go back. This game, Bob, I think had its beginnings last season when Gloucester came in undefeated, and on the final play of the game, 4th and 1, their big fullback was stopped at the line of scrimmage, and Clayton got that victory. Remember that game?
That's right. Marshall carrying tacklers with him. That was Mike Reeves, but a first down pickup by Marshall to the 33-yard line. First down and 10 for the Clippers, who have now scored 22 unanswered points and trying to add to that.
You know, that wind, after that little bit of rain we had at the end of halftime today, Bob, that wind has pretty much died down compared to what it was, and it's blowing across the field instead of into the face of either one of these clubs. Not a factor like it was in the first half.
Marshall with the carry, coming left, gets to the corner. Boy, he puts his head down and drives ahead. Penalty marker down. And this apparently is going to be a late hit.
Yep, he was out of bounds as the ruling. Not a happy crowd of Gloucester fans having a rather descriptive word about the officials.
Dead ball foul, personal foul, 41.
Now watch this. It is Marshall who finds the opening, and he says, I'm going to run away from you, 21. Brock Allaire, and then Hunter, I'm going to let you know what it feels like to be hit by a future Division I football player. And there's the hit. No question, 4 yards out of bounds when he's hit, and it'll cost him an additional 15 yards. Excellent call.
So the penalty gets Clayton to the 11-yard line. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line, and Marshall's running statistics keep mounting. 172 yards on 19 carries, and Mike, he already is well over 2,000 for his senior season. Marshall again, cutting back inside, breaking tackles, driving ahead. Oh, great run to the 5-yard line. 6-yard carry and a beauty.
Is he for real? Well, you've had him. You've seen him for how many years now in Gloucester County? Name one that's better.
I would say, Mike, he would have to rank in the top I don't know, 3 or 4 that I've seen since I've been in Gloucester County, 27 years. I'm sure you feel the same way.
Well, Willie Anderson, a different kind of football player. Kevin Ross, a different kind of football player.
Gordy Lockbaum, different kind of player.
And I think therefore it comes down to Redmond or Marshall, and I got to tip the scales in Marshall's direction.
2nd down and 3, the ball at the 5. Marshall swinging right. Still on his feet. He's in for the touchdown. Amazing effort again. Rob Marshall with another touchdown at 2:56 of the 3rd period, and Clayton's lead jumps to 28-7. The fans love it. They have scored 28 consecutive points.
I think it's been a while since that scene has been shown. How many years of frustration being washed away today? We knew they'd be here in droves, and watch why. They are going to miss number 32 next year. It looks as if at this point they should get another chance to see him play, though. Watch how he just waits for it, Bob. Well, it's not going to be inside, so I'll take it outside, and I dare 3 of you to take me down. It doesn't happen.
Clayton's taking a timeout to talk about this 2-point conversion. Mike, he does so many things well. One of them is second effort and driving ahead. I mean, when he is hit, he rarely goes down after the first hit. That young man playing a fine football game. Keith DeFrance and Leon Harris very concerned, obviously. He was concerned before the game today, Mike. I had a long conversation with Leon. Leon, a very tense guy, a very controlled guy. Very concerned before the game today.
My first opportunity to see Gloucester this year, and as a result, I had been reading about them and taking a look at it and have so much respect for Leon Harris and the job he does. I would not have come close to making a prediction of any score of this nature. High school football report, John Mondelli and the effervescent, always interesting, sometimes controversial Don McKee from the Philadelphia Inquirer. Thursday at 7 and 10. This week you'll take a look at the group finals in preview. Go ahead for this, Bob.
DeFrance on a 2-point conversion try. He'll go down. He is sacked on a fine defensive play by number 56, Will Jones. But Clayton leading 28-7 with 2:56 to go. And Mike, it is absolutely imperative for Gloucester to get a pretty quick score here.
Yep, you just sense that they've got to get one. There's a group of very, very happy young ladies, the Clayton cheerleaders. They are enjoying it.
The winner of this one meets the winner of the Woodbury-Florence game. Woodbury has won 3 straight NJSIAA South Jersey Group 1 titles. No school has ever won 4 in a row. If Woodbury wins today, it looks like it would be Woodbury and Clayton, and that game, Mike, would be at Woodbury High.
Big crowd there, you think?
Next Saturday, yes it would. It is raining, and the rain's starting to pick up a little bit at Gloucester. It was just beautiful before the game today, but it's now overcast, raining. Clayton kicking off again, Marshall. 5 plays, 49 yards, 230 on that touchdown. This one will
go out of bounds. That shouldn't have been a flag. Didn't it go off the Gloucester player? Looked like it from here. I guess not. Penalty flags.
Marshall, Mike, with 184 yards on 21 carries. He already has gained, Mike, 95 yards more than he did in the first game against Gloucester, and we still have 2 minutes and 56 seconds of the 3rd period to go.
Yeah, we pointed out he averages 155 over his career. He's done more than that today.
He is for real, Mike.
Yep, and over 4,500 now in his career?
Yes.
Did he get to 2,000 yet for the season?
Yes, he's over 2,000. 1886 coming in. He's well over 2,000.
Any doubters left? I doubt it.
Broken ball now will do the kicking off. Marshall off for this play. Clayton in control, 28-7, but still a long way to go. Good kickoff by Broken ball. It'll be taken by Savage at the 25. Savage.
Oh, look at this down here. Look at this. Oh, and the official looking right at it and lets it go. Downfield on that time, Bob. Another couple of late hits, and the official saw it and figured nobody heard, I guess, and lets it go. Still a lot of effort happening out there. No question about that.
Gloucester starting from its own 38-yard line, 1st down and 10 with 2:44 to play in the third period. Remember, Monk can throw the ball. He's had a fine season throwing the football, and he has some good receivers. Bevan's had a good football game. He won't get a whole lot here. That Clayton defense continues to play well. Len Smith among the tacklers that time, but he had a lot of help in the middle. Sean Newland part of the play.
I'll tell you what, 3 yards in a cloud of dust didn't go get it done. 28-7 with 2 minutes to go. They'll have to fake here and throw the ball if they're going to keep moving Bevan up the middle.
Bevan got 3 to the 41, 2nd down and 7 with 2 minutes to play in the third. Monk to throw. And catchable ball simply dropped by Dennis Wilson, who was pretty sure-handed receivers, had a fine year, but couldn't catch that one. That was a 1st down pass right on the money by Monk, but Wilson unable to hold it.
And good thinking by the offensive strategy plotters for Gloucester. Last time he had run Kostrava deep, and Kostrava got beat. That time Scott number 82 had dropped off, and they just run him down on the little hook to the outside, and wide open. Should have been a good one.
3rd down and 7. Monk again to throw. Well, he could have run it, Mike. It was wide open, but Wilson with the carry, and Wilson with a good run. Outstanding ball. He came right back to Wilson. He makes the catch this time and gets Gloucester into Clayton territory at the 35-yard line. Good job by Dennis Wilson.
Surprisingly, Clippers now staying in that 6-man front, Bob, and not have that many men deep. They got a 61 middle linebacker, and they really are flooding the zones is what they're doing. That means a man right there in the seam, you could see it beautifully, in front of 2 and behind 1 defender.
Monk again to throw. And Wilson slips and falls. And a pass incomplete. 2nd down and 10 with 1:15 to play in the third. Gloucester trying to battle back from its biggest deficit of the season. Gloucester struggled late in the year, no question about that.
The question I have is, when are they going to throw the ball at Canane?
Canane, great receiver. He had 3 touchdown catches in 1 game against Pittman this year. He is a fine receiver. I don't think he's caught a ball today, Mike.
Yeah, the only thing I can figure is they're keeping him in to block McCray over there head-to-head.
2nd down and 10 at the 35. Monk with a quick out and drop by Wilson. Not an easy pass to handle. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Jim Barron on the opposite side of the field. What a job he's done. Touchdown Club of Southern New Jersey Coach of the Year a year ago. And Mike, the voters might have a big challenge if Clayton should win Group 1 this year in terms of who gets Coach of the Year.
Can you imagine that, huh? You know, Barron with experience at Collingswood and Paulsboro before he came to Clayton 3 seasons ago. Well, actually, he was there 3 years ago as an assistant and then the head coach 3 years ago.
Monk. Bell all over him, and Bell makes the play. Mike talked about him. Mark Bell, Jr., all over Monk. Monk unable to get anything on the throw. Incompleted. 4th down and 10 with 1:05 to go in the third.
This crowd really just sitting back now on the Clayton side waiting for some time to run off. Gloucester side, they're waiting for something positive to happen. Been an exciting crowd on both sides all day. Now it's like tension being felt both ways.
4th down at the 35-yard line. Monk again to throw. Fires that in, and is tipped and intercepted. Intercepted by Scott Kostrava, and Clayton will take over. Mike, Marshall's figure's unbelievable in this football game, but I think if Clayton hangs on to win, you're really going to have to point to the work of the Clayton defense as being very pivotal in the outcome.
Yeah, and I'll tell you the truth. In my mind, they were just sitting there most of the first part of the game. Kostrava this time says, you're not going to get me the 3rd time. You fooled me once with the completion. You fooled me once with the one the man dropped. This time I'm getting there. I'll bat it up. Concentration. Hey, all those practice drills played off. The boat is back.
Clayton from its own 22-yard line with 37 seconds to go in the third. Marshall with the carry, cutting back inside, driving ahead. And a good gain again. Mike, Gloucester with 3 possessions here in the third quarter. And, of course, we have Stats Kelly with us again today, doing a great job. They gave away the ball on the downs the first 2 times and an interception this time, so the Clayton defense really doing the job here in the third.
Yeah, Kelly doing double duty today. He was at my house at 6:45 this morning, Bob, do some carpentry work. Nothing better than to hear the hammer downstairs at 6:45 and then have to bring him up here. Fourth quarter action. It's going to be a long one for Clayton and maybe a very short one for Gloucester.
End of 3. Clayton has taken charge of this football game on the Heritage's scoreboard. Clayton 28 and Gloucester 7. We'll be back.
Fourth quarter football in this NJSIAA semifinal. Clayton comfortably in the lead now, 28-7. Mike Lindner with Bob Shryock for Stir Communication. Bob?
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line. Movement on the right side, and unless Gloucester was pulled off sides, Clayton will get another first down here.
Let me tell you, that guy, Joe Mulhern, and his crew have done a superb job in a game that had moments where it could have broken loose.
First down and 10 for Clayton at the 35-yard line. 7 penalties for 70 yards for Gloucester. That's been one of their problems today. Marshall with the carry again over the left side. Big yardage. Driving ahead. Boy, he is tough to break
Blow
down.
the whistle already yet.
They never do tackling. The play blown dead. And Marshall is approaching 200 yards.
What a turnaround, huh? We talked about it, the tail of the tailbacks.
Gets 7 here. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Marshall dominant. Brockelaire hardly heard from.
He's not only approaching 200, Mike, he is at 199.
What a job this crew has done.
Yeah.
Jim Barron, Bear Robbins, both with roots as assistants at Paulsboro. Jim Hall, the old Auburn University star, who's the AD. Joe Hartman, 31 years in South Jersey coaching. Brian Carrion with Delsey experience, and Victor France, obviously a happy father.
Marshall goes over 200 yards with this carry and gets another first down for the Clippers to the 46-yard line. And Clayton completely in charge of this game now. First down and 10. And the Gloucester crowd has really been quieted here in the second half. Clayton doing it all, on the ground, in the air, the defense doing the job. A complete effort today by the Clippers. Now they'll try to use up some clock. They're in charge, up by 21.
Don't be surprised. Look at this, on your way. But don't be surprised if DeFrance still throws the football. They felt they were embarrassed, not by Gloucester, but by their own performance in the first ball game. And they feel they still have something to prove. You can sense the way the line, offensively and defensively, is still moving. This is the part of a ball game, Bob, when it's 28-7 in the fourth quarter, you see some guys start to lay back. That hasn't happened yet on the Clayton side.
Anyway got 4 to midfield, 2nd down and 6 for Clayton. Marshall, big yardage over the left side, breaks one tackle down the sideline, driving ahead, another big carry by Rob Marshall, who is now well over 200 yards, and
Do you
the
think,
biggest pressure game of his career, really, and he has been up to the task and then some.
do you think this game may be seen in a lot of college coaches' offices over the next 3-4 months?
Well, I tell you what, this young man, I believe, can play Division I football, Mike. No question in my mind after seeing him today. 11-yard gain by Marshall to the 39. It is first down and 10. And the Clippers just trying to put Gloucester away with this drive. Marshall again. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock. Gloucester Lions coaching staff, Leon Harris, the head coach. What a job he did as a player here at Gloucester High. 25-0-2 in his 3-year career. Mike Brumbach, Dan Gigantino, Joe Rafferty, Joe Murphy, Dave Light, and Bud Wrigley. Some very familiar names there in Gloucester football down through the seasons. 2nd down and 5, a 5-yard gain by Marshall. Ball at the 33. And Marshall, sweep right. Behind that envoy, look at the blocking. Slips and goes down, but another big gain. They cannot stop that sweep.
Interesting right there, Bob. You see number 64 who led the way, Nicky Bompensa, okay? They did not win a championship this year, but Nicky Bompensa's father, Tommy Bompensa, was the starting guard in the 1959 championship season. It's been that kind of weight for the fans from Clayton, and now Nicky, so many years later, 31 years later, gets a chance to get out here in a game that looks like it's going to propel them to a shot at the Group 1 title.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line. Anyway has a lot of room. He nearly breaks it. His carry down to the 10-yard line, and he's had a good football game. Doesn't carry the ball often. Does a lot of the blocking for Marshall, but a big gain there of 12 yards to the 10-yard line. And the Clippers back knocking on Gloucester's door again. This game totally the opposite of the first meeting between these teams.
Watch him here. Look at that good block. An excellent hole. What a job done up front by Larry Wyman, number 53, to make the key block to open that hole.
First and 10. They can get a first down at about the 1-foot line. Now they sweep left with Marshall. Needs a block. Gets one. Marshall. Touchdown. Easy. He makes it look easy. A 10-yard scoring run by Rob Marshall. And the Clippers have pretty much put Gloucester away now. 34-7. The TD coming at 9:04 of the fourth period. He is awesome.
He doesn't really need a great block, does he? On your way and broken ball. Number 8 broken ball just screens his man. On your way, turns his to the inside. Marshall says, that's all I need. I've got enough speed to get to the corner now, and I'm in for the touchdown. He said what before the game all week long? I've got something to prove. They stopped me the first time around, and more importantly, you know what he told me? On the last play of the ball game, first time around, I got leveled, and they told me, don't come back to Gloucester again. He came back, and they're going to remember this visit a long time.
Marshall on the two-point conversion try, sweeping right, and he's in again. Marshall with the two-point conversion run. He has 3 of those today to give him 11 on the season. And you can see some of the Gloucester fans starting to file out. 36-7. Mike, what was that score the first time? 33-8 for Gloucester. Marshall, 29 carries, 245 yards, 78-yard drive, consuming 3 minutes, 30 seconds, 11 plays. Clayton's going to win it. We're going to take time out from Gloucester High on the Heritage's scoreboard. The Clippers up 36-7. Broken ball kicking off for Clayton, which leads 36-7. Good deep kick by Broken ball, and that'll go through the end zone. And Gloucester will bring it out to the 20-yard line.
And so, it's raining.
It's raining hard, but I don't think those Clayton fans feel it.
No, they're, if anything, they're singing in the rain, huh? A little Gene Kelly act on the far sideline. Many of our younger viewers will not remember that, but Bob, I'm sure you will.
I remember Gene Kelly. Fans starting to leave the Gloucester stands. Their team getting beat soundly, but also the rain's coming.
What a glorious feeling.
Wonderful.
36-7. That's what they're saying.
Gloucester 29 points down with 9:03 to play. Bevan picking his way. Bevan's had a real good day. Breaks a tackle here. And hauling people with him. That young man's had a good football game. Not a whole lot for the Lions to cheer about today, Mike, but Greg Bevan's had an outstanding game. His pick up to the 35-yard line, gain of 15, first down and 10 for Gloucester.
You know, Barron has roots in this area, having played for the Brooklawn American Legion baseball team. Great, speedy center fielder, and a young player that Joe Barth Sr. always has nice things to say about. And he said that to me a couple of weeks ago. What do you expect? Clayton was going to win. They got an old Brooker at the helm.
Bevan again, only about a yard this time. Frustrating day for Gloucester, but they've been beaten soundly by Clayton. No question about it kind of game. Gloucester did lead 7-0, but the last 36 points have been scored by the Clippers, led by their brilliant Rob Marshall. I would imagine everybody's all South Jersey pick. How can you not? He's now, Mike, over what is this? 240. Let's do a little math here.
I can't do it that fast.
Now over 2,100 yards, Mike, for his senior year.
And another one to go.
Brocklear trying to find some running room, but he slips and goes down. Another good defensive play, this time by Brian McCray. McCray, the 146-pounder, has had an enormous defensive performance today.
And I'll tell you what, Kevin Kinane just threw a super block. It looked like he was going to spring the back for some more yardage than that. But that's one of the biggest question marks for me today, Bob, is why the disappearance from the game plan of Kevin Kinane.
It'll be second down and or third down and 6 for the Lions. They're at the 38-yard line. Monk to throw again, fires it over the middle of Wilson. He hits him. Wilson is tackled by Anue, but another
penalty flag in holding territory. That would be the coup de grace, wouldn't it?
Leon Harris, not a happy camper today.
Against Clayton, though, apparently they're going to talk to the Gloucester captain, huh? Roughing the passer, maybe? We'll hear it.
Personal foul, 53, 15 yards at the end of the run.
So this will move Gloucester closer. 7:05 to go in the football game. Nice catch by Wilson and run to the 39-yard line, and now they will tack on an additional 15 yards. So Gloucester at the 29-yard line.
A quiet group here on this side of the field. Happy young lady, you know, she's got a while yet before it begins to hurt for her when her school gets beaten and beaten soundly.
First and 10 at the 29 for the Lions. Monk to throw again. Goes deep looking for Farley, but double coverage on him, and the ball thrown out of bounds. DeFrance over there on the coverage. He had help on the play from...
Now on the other side, you see the happy people. You know, the other thing we have to mention about today with the Clayton Clipper Pride back, the other thing we have to mention, Bob, is how many people we saw at this football game not associated with Gloucester or Clayton. They sensed this was maybe the best matchup of the day as far as interest goes.
Big crowd. Second down and 10. Monk again. Coverage. Does the job, and of course, McCray again. Scott McCray has been a guy whose name we've called often today. Clayton fans just loving every minute of it. And understandably so. A long time between moments in the sun for this football team.
McCray's father, of course, well known in Clayton as one of the top baseball coaches in the Little League program. But I have watched this young guy develop over the years, and it's clearly the result of the intensity that he gets from his mother.
Third down and 12, the ball at the 31-yard line. Clock moving with 6 minutes to play. They run the draw with Brocklear, breaks one tackle, and he'll be well short of the first down. It'll be fourth down coming up for the Lions. The advance by Brocklear to the 27-yard line.
Well, the only issue now is how long it'll take to play the 5:40 remaining on the clock. Savage on the sideline does not look pleased at all, does he? Understandably so.
He's had a good season.
Early. Yeah.
Injured in the Delsey game, came back and gave it his best today, but not going to be enough. Fourth down and 7 for the Lions.
Going to flood the zone here to the left side.
Monk again. Fires it and incompleted, intended for Wilson. So the Clippers will take over with 5:17 to play. So Clayton will advance to the finals in NJSIAA Group 1 action, and it'll be either Woodbury or Florence, their opponent. The Tri-County Classic Division standings.
What a turnaround, huh?
Yeah, Gloucester winning at perfect mark in a Classic, 5-0, 8-1 overall. Then Clayton and Salem and Shryock. And Shryock, of course, handed Clayton one of its 3 losses. That was a surprise to me, Mike, but that's an up-and-coming program.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Very smart last year, taking that year away from the conference and going independent, get the numbers back up, give him a shot at some winning experience. Well, where is he? He's not there. They'll go with Puglia at the tailback position.
Smart move, I think, by Barron, Mike. Get Marshall out of the game, get him some rest. DeFrance. I think that was a broken play, but the ball was then dropped
Should be illegal receivers downfield, too. Nobody saw it, though. One of the guards downfield trying to hide, Seth Dahl, number 56, but...
Steve Puglia in the game now to tailback position. Marshall concluded his day with 29 carries, 245 yards, and how many touchdowns?
I lost count.
3 touchdowns, I believe.
Is that all?
And three two-point conversions as well. Broken ball with the pitch. And he gets a couple of yards.
Well, I'll tell you what. Marshall's still standing on the sidelines, fully uniformed. I think if I were an assistant coach, just in case Coach Barron changed his mind, I'd have him take his jersey off and get the shoulder pads off. How about you? He would not be back in the ball game today. I need him next week.
3rd down and 4 for the Clippers after broken ball, 6-yard run. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go in Gloucester's season, but Clayton will play another week. Broken ball again. And he slips some tackles and gets first down yardage. Nice run by Nick Brokenball, one of the real fine unsung players on this team.
Yeah, Nick, 5'7", 143 pounds, and he finds the openings and gets him a first down. And the clock will continue to run. I wouldn't anticipate any timeouts being called, would you, by either side?
No, not at this stage. The outcome is not in question. Ball at the 42-yard line. First down and 10 for the Clippers. Anyway, yeah, he's had a nice day carrying the football. His advance to the 49-yard line, so they're moving the ball even without Marshall in there. A guy that impressed me last year when I saw him, Mike, and again today is the quarterback Keith DeFrance. Another one of those players you don't hear a whole lot about because of Marshall doing the amazing things that he does, but this guy's not a bad quarterback.
Well, all you have to do is look at the 8 touchdown passes to Hess. And you know that he's thrown some others to other people. He's got to be up pushing 15 TDs in the air.
Broken ball. And he is close to a first down inside Gloucester territory to the 48.
If you come up and play an 8-man, 9-man, whatever front against him to try and stop Marshall, you wind up one-on-one on Hess. And I'll tell you what, Hess plays so much bigger than his 6'2". He's got huge arms, long arms, and able to get that reach up there, and a very wide body kind of thing that he's able to shield the ball from the defender. I don't think you can afford to play him one-on-one, and that pretty much negates the 8 or 9-man front.
3rd down and 1, the ball at the 48-yard line of Gloucester. And new quarterback in the game, and look at him go.
Yeah,
Puglia.
Late penalty flag.
Puglia with the advance to the 36, so he gets 12 yards and a first down and a penalty marker.
Well, Puglia's the quarterback of the future, Bob, and let me tell you, you think that DeFrance can throw the ball well. They will lose, certainly, the experience and headiness of Keith DeFrance, but as far as the skill, they will not lose that much with Puglia throwing
15.
the football.
Thanks.
Penalty against Clayton will take this one back. Mike, you know, Clayton has played pretty much a penalty-free game. That's been important, too. They have not made a lot of mistakes.
And played a disciplined ball game. There were moments there where the tension was really running high that if they retaliated, it could have been to their disadvantage. They chose to retaliate by upping the level of intensity on defense, and that, we still feel, I think you agree with me, Bob, was the key turnaround moment of the ball game.
3rd down and 5. Anyway, with the carry to the 48, he is close to a first down.
Yeah, what would you do here, Bob? I'd punt the football, put it deep as you can, and let Gloucester run out the last couple of minutes.
2 minutes, 13, 2:12, the clock moving. Clayton High School, what a performance. Ball at the 49-yard line. Broken ball. And he skitters for first down yardage, so they'll keep possession, and now Clayton can just run out the clock. So, Mike, I'm going to head down to the field, and I'll let you finish up the play-by-play and see if we get a chance to talk to Jim Barron.
Well, and I'll see you next week. I hope at Woodbury. Do not anticipate Gloucester using a timeout. They've had enough, 36-7. Surely the Clippers said we've gotten enough, and it's running now, 125, 124. See what Puglia does here from the quarterback position. Fumble. Let's see who gets the ball. I think Gloucester may have gotten on it, and they did. So the Lions will get another opportunity, and we'll expect to watch Tim Monk put it in the air, try to get a pride-saving touchdown, if nothing else. The big question on the far sideline now for the Clipper fans will be how they made out. That is Woodbury up at the pit at Florence. I'm sure the Clippers would love an opportunity to see an all-Gloucester County final. Probably love to get a chance to go against the tremendous program at Woodbury. Woodbury, if they win, will be going for their 4th consecutive South Jersey championship, unprecedented. Gloucester picked up 7 penalties today, to talk about what Bob had mentioned, for 60 yards. 50 yards total offense in the first half was just phenomenal defensive play by the Clippers. They had 4 real nice drives in the second half, Gloucester did. But even though they picked up 5 first downs and consumed over 12 minutes of the clock in the second half, 3 times they were unable to get the first down on 4th down plays, and also the 4th time they were stopped by an interception. So strong defensive play by the Clippers on 4th downs to stop those long drives, and then also to turn them away with the interception. Monk with a long count will turn and pitch it to a halfback pass, option pass, downfield. Puglia says, I'll have none of it. And another interception for the Clippers. And all the way down, Puglia still on his feet, crosses midfield, gets the ball into Gloucester territory. As I don't know who they were thinking they were going to fool at this point of the ball game. When you know they're going to throw the ball, Jason Chiotti, number 41, gets the halfback pass. Pretty easy to defend against when you're down 36-7 and a final minute. Kind of play you usually see early in the ball game on a first down when you try and catch the defense thinking run. So we'll see what happens as the Gloucester fans stand and applaud their troops for a super season, one that will end here today at J.A. Lynch Field and end in 30 seconds from now. Puglia will remain at quarterback. Lots of substitutes in, and that could be the final play. Clock stops for a moment. Delay of the game penalty against the Clippers, so they are going to have to run another one. Expect Puglia will simply go to his knee. Puglia with the broken ball back 15 yards will just go to his knees and let the clock run out, and it'll click down the final 15 seconds now as Clayton, for their first time appearance in the Group 1 playoffs, has won their initial game. They will move to the final. They will pick up the winner of Florence. If it's Florence, it'll be at Florence, or Woodbury, it will be at Woodbury. Either way, the Clippers stay alive in the playoffs. Final score 36-7. We'll be back with some interviews and final words after these messages. (36-7), Clayton on top. They advance to the South Jersey Group 1 final. They'll get the winner of the Florence-Woodbury game. And today, it was all Robert Marshall with some great assists from some tremendous offensive line play, and then an excited Clayton defense following a unnecessary roughness on Marshall on a kickoff. Shut down the vaulted Gloucester offense. It was revenge today. The boat was back to Gloucester, and they're going to sail home very, very pretty. Let's go to Bob Shryock with a coach and a happy player on the sideline.
Well, a couple of happy guys down here in the sideline. Jim Barron, the head football coach of Clayton High School, and of course Rob Marshall. All Rob did today was gain 245 yards, 4 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, and just a little bit of everything. But, you know, Jim Barron, this was a total team performance. Rob had a magnificent day, but your defense we thought was outstanding and might have been the key to the football game.
Yeah, I definitely agree, Bob. Our defense, last couple of weeks we were just playing better and better, and we knew that would be the key if we could hold them down.
And, of course, revenge today. They beat you easily the first time, but you got them just as handily today, Jim.
Yeah, things just worked out for us. Gloucester's a real good team, and like I said, it just worked out. Everything just seemed to go our way today.
Rob Marshall, your career has been amazing, all-time leading rusher in South Jersey history, but they stopped you the first time, 89 yards here. That was on your mind today, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, when we first played and we came in big-headed. That's why we lost that bad, and this time we came ready to play.
Talk about the vengeance for Rob Marshall today. You look like you had everything going for you today, Rob.
Yeah, the offensive line, they blocked good. That's all I can say.
They look like they can't stop you on that sweep.
Yes, well, when I want to sweep, my end Joe Hess blocks, and I just run behind him, and my fullback BC blocks in front of me, and I just run behind him.
Rob, some magnificent touchdowns, but we want to talk about that two-point conversion that gave you guys the lead for good at 8-7, because that was an amazing play, and we're going to be showing that when we talk to you now. But tell us what happened on that play. It looks like you were going to kick the ball off the field, and you wind up scoring.
Oh, I dropped it, and I was trying to pick it up, and I just went right back into my hands, and I fell into the end zone.
Amazing athletic ability to make that play happen, Jim.
It sure was, Bob. I played the key for Joe Hartman and Jim Hall. They put that in the single wing, so we did that for them, and it just worked out. Like I said, everything just went our way. The bounce right there.
Jim, it appeared to us in the press box that the hit on Rob after the kickoff might have inspired your defense a little bit. It was a clean hit, but it was clear that Gloucester was coming after Rob. Do you think that had any bearing at all on the play of your defense after that?
Well, I think our players play the same every play that happens, and like I said, I really didn't see the hit, so, but no, not really.
They came after you a couple times, didn't they, Rob?
Yeah, number 56 is a good player. He shook my hand and gave me a hug after the game because his coach told him to do it, so he did what he had to do.
Jim, this is a big moment in Clayton football. It's been a long time since something like this happened, but you guys are in the Group 1 playoffs. Is the reality of that hit yet?
Yeah, we've been looking forward to this. Like I said, after the third week, everything's just been going our way, and hopefully we can continue next week.
Rob, a lot of people want to know how you feel about playing college football. Is that in your plans?
Yes. I want to play. That's all I can say.
And obviously Division 1. You're a Division 1 guy, Rob.
Yeah, I want to play Division 1.
How about this guy? I want to just talk a little bit about Rob Marshall and not only what he's meant to the program, Jim, but exactly how stellar a back this guy is.
Yeah, he's just a great back. Like anytime we put the ball in his hands, we know we could score a touchdown no matter where he's at. So we just try to give him the ball as much as possible.
What was the key to your season in turn? You got off to a slow start, 3 straight losses, surprising some people. Was there something that helped turn it around, Jim?
I think our defense. Coach Bear Robbins has been working a lot on the defense, and I think that's the key right there, Bob. That we're just playing better and better on defense. I mean, to hold Gloucester to 7 points, and that's just the key.
Rob, one last question. You alluded to your blocking before, but here's a guy that's gained over 4,600 yards in his career. You can't do that without some great blocking. You might want to say something about those guys.
Yeah, he blocked good. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say.
Have you had a better game? Certainly probably a better game under this kind of pressure, Rob.
No, I think this is the best game I ever played. It is.
Well, congratulations to you and you, Jim, and we'll be seeing you guys next week against either Woodbury or Florence.
I hope you're just as happy.
Okay, congratulations. Mike, back to you.
Well, you talk about a performance, 4,352 yards coming in, 245 going out. That gives him a total on his career of 4,597. All he did today with the 245 was score those 4 plus the 3 2-pointers. But you got to give an awful lot of credit to an inspired offensive line that blocked and opened those holes, and also the balance shown, I think, just on the one play, but that's all they really needed from DeFrance to Hess. That's been a combination that's worked all year long. It makes this a 2 to 3-dimensional team instead of just a 1-dimensional team. Final score once again in this semifinal game. Clayton sails on. The boat moves to the South Jersey final. They win it here 36-7. Now for Bob Shryock and the Channel 5 crew, I'm Mike Lindner. Hope you enjoyed today's game. We'll be looking for you at the final.